um support and resistance for the beginner traders of forex. You can also incorporate this if you're obviously advanced as well. It depends on like what type of style you like to trade or whatever not. So it's just completely up to you. Okay, so support and resistance, if I'm just going to keep it simple, it's just areas of price where there's significant levels. So these areas are known as reaction levels. So depending on price, it may decide to turn around or hold that specific level that it is currently at. It's also important to know that depending on the time frame will also depend on the significance of the area of support or resistance you have marked out, along with order flow as well. Okay, so just looking at this chart here that I've got marked up, there's a lot of horizontal lines. Yeah, each horizontal line represents an area of price where there have been common fluctuations around. Also, it represents obviously the areas of support and resistance, which I'll show you. So basically speaking, support is an area where price will hold if price is coming on a down move. So if I take this down move for instance here, support was found in this area here as price stalled, and then obviously the result of that, we saw buyers step into the marketplace. And resistance is just the other way around, whereas in a long move, when we're buying, it will stall at the top or wherever it was to stall, and then we see price sort of bump its head and accumulate around that area before falling off. These ideas behind support and resistance is that price is supposed to hold these levels so it can go well with your confluences and your biases in terms of what you want to trade. So for example, if you wanted to short this or sell the Kiwi, the NZD USD, then you probably want to wait for it to get to a strong area of resistance, simply because it's a price level that was used previously before, and there's a good chance of it having the same reaction as it did before, and vice versa. Okay, now if we look on this chart here, we've got support and we've got resistance. Yeah, now it's also important to note that sometimes support and resistance isn't entirely respected, and as you should know of trading by now anyway, not everything is promised or guaranteed. Okay, so you've got this area here which was previously used as resistance when price tagged. It's come down to an area of support and it's rallied back up. So in this move here, it was in a range. Price had broken out of that range and violated this area of resistance. The next time price came down, it reacted to this level and buyers stepped into the marketplace. Now it's important to note, I know it didn't come exactly down to the line, but support and resistance isn't just one line. Support and resistance is an area of price, so it could literally be this whole area across. Buyers will step in and buy around any of that area. The line is just an annotation on the chart so you know whereabouts price is headed or whereabouts support and resistance is. Okay, so it's important to know that old resistance can also be used as new support. Yeah, and vice versa. New support can be used as new resistance, so you can flip it the other way around. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's also important to note, like I said before, with the higher time frames, this blue line here is the monthly time frame area. Yeah, so if we look where it is on the monthly time frame, this is a strong area of resistance. We've rejected off this area multiple times. We've used it as an area of support as well by coming down into it. It's used it around here as well. Right now it's accumulating around this area, so we know when we get to those daily levels we can see some strong reactionary trades. Now you're going to learn about this anyway in the Evolve FX mentorship, but accumulation happened around this area simply because price was trying to find fair value, as they want to decide whether they want to take it down and use the old area of resistance or violate it. And as you can see, price decided to take it down as soon as they got above a sort of fair value pricing, and decided to take it down to the next area of support. Now what we can see, which is happening today, currently right now, is we're at the area of support again. And from the reaction here, we've got a rejection. So you can see that the idea of support and resistance, classic support and resistance, does work. And you can incorporate in your trading depending on how you